I was already quite familiar with the work that SWAPRA was doing, and when they started advertising this retreat weekend, I read the description of what they hoped for it to be, and I was so unbelievably excited at this kind of window of hope of having this support, and it's been everything I hoped for and more.
From the moment we set up SWAPRA, one of the really important things that we wanted to do was make sure that there was a really personal and individual element to the work that we did. Retreats like this allows us to create a really intensive environment for a small number of singers to really focus on exactly what they need, to give all of these singers an opportunity to make informed choices about what they want to be doing. A lot of the work that we're doing here you could access on your own, but it becomes expensive.
One thing that parents, particularly women, really need in those early years is a sense of community. When I had my first child, I joined the mums groups, but I didn't feel that I really bonded with people because I had nothing else in common with them other than the fact that our children were the same age. And here I think these girls have really bonded very quickly over the fact that they have so much in common, not just the fact that they're parents. They really understand the unique challenges that they're facing, and they've been a huge support to each other.
It's been wonderful to work with this like-minded group of people, because it can feel very alone as a singer when you just have children, and to understand that it's a lot of hard work to get back and it doesn't automatically happen, so you have to be very conscious of certain elements of your singing after you've had children.
The course is fully funded, so none of these singers are paying for their time here. We've put them up in accommodation, their families are welcome. That felt incredibly important to us, so that there was no financial barrier. And that makes it trickier to put together, it makes it more expensive to put together from our perspective, but it feels really important that, particularly having spent time away from work without the same level of maternity pay as you would have if you were employed on a stable full-time job, that these women haven't necessarily been earning and haven't necessarily got the money to spend on any of the work that they're doing on themselves in this environment. It's really important that they have this opportunity to experiment, to rehearse, and to see what works for them and to see what doesn't.
Time to really take stock, time to really listen in to what the voice wants and how you can start to rebuild physical strength, but also mental strength.
Once you have a baby, you're no less able to make a beautiful job of being an opera singer. Because actually, if anything, once you have a baby, you become incredibly driven. Emotionally, you have a new understanding of the world and new things to bring expressively. And so we have to, as an industry, make sure that we're not losing this talent.
If we can empower any of them to feel like they can take more control over their lives within this industry, then that's the job that we set out to do, I think, with this retreat.
Absolutely.
It's completely unlocked so much emotion in me that needed to come out that I was covering up.
It's just been so lovely to connect with the community of other singing moms in this beautiful setting, and I'm just so thankful to be a participant.
I was absolutely blown away by the performance psychology sessions that we had. I've never done anything like that with anyone, and just having some clear science to explain the multitude of feelings I was having about singing has just been a relief to me, actually.
I think that they've got a huge amount out of it in terms of coachings, being together and being able to talk and being able to discuss things that haven't worked out for them and how they might overcome them. So I think it's a really incredible endeavour.
It's felt like a release, an emotional, physical, vocal release. It's felt like the chapter of a new book opening.
And there's something about not having a job on the line, an audition on the line, an agent looking at me on the line It's just everyone is allowed to be as vulnerable as they want to be.
To have access to all of these wonderful people to enable us to grow as an artist and also access our experience as a mother in order to make us better artists is something that you just don't get anywhere else.